Hello, friends. It's your girl, Anna Loves, and welcome back to Creepy Corner Storytime. So, today is another one for my Wichita Falls people. So, my cousin from Wichita Falls gave me a buzz last night and wanted to remind me of a story that happened to her mother in that same house on Clark Street, the same one that was in my previous video about the chanting. So, this happened to her mother when she was about 11 or 12 years old. She said that she had already gone to bed for the night and was all settled in when she started hearing noises coming from the kitchen. She knew it wasn't her parents, it wasn't any of her other brothers and sisters because everybody had already gone to bed for the night. So she kind of laid back and just tried to go to sleep, but she kept hearing like rustling and the sounds of little feet. So she decided to get up and check it out. She went into the kitchen and she said she saw a little girl standing in front of the stove in front of a big box. And she looked right at her and told her, "Hey, come here, get in the box." And she didn't see anything in the box. She had never seen this little girl before, so it frightened her. So she decided, I don't want no part of this. Mind you, she's 10 or 11 years old. So she turns around, she goes back in her room, shuts the door, says she doesn't see the little girl again. Now, that's just the first part of the story. So after she tells me this, I'm on the phone talking to my mom, telling her about it, and she says, "Oh, that's really strange." This is where a connection comes out. She said later on that her mother had talked to her and told her that years later, she was living in a completely different house by now, still in Wichita. I believe it was a house on Harrison, that she was laying in bed one night. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. And this was recently after her husband had passed away. And so she was alone in the house and was kind of like not really used to it, trying to just getting accustomed. But she said she was laying down and she looked over and there was a little girl standing in her doorway staring at her. Now, at the time, she had told my mother that this little girl looked familiar, but she couldn't place her. So, whenever I told her the story that my cousin had told me, and she remembered the story that my cousin's mother had told her, this is where we put the pieces together. It had to have been the same little girl. So, I thought it was really strange how a spirit popped up when she was a kid and then popped up again as an adult. Um, have you guys ever heard of anything like this happening, of a spirit following? It's not somebody that she knew. It was completely unrelated. But I have heard of like some spirits getting attached to live people, but this is the first time I've heard about it. Somebody that I actually knew. So I'd be interested to hear, what your thoughts are on this. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Friday!